Well, hi everybody, and welcome to this segment of A River Floods Through It. from here, we're leaving Red Bridge State Park. We're headed to Starkey, Oregon, and heading west on the highway between I-84, Interstate 84, and Ukiah, Oregon. And Starkey's a little spot here along the way, and we're gonna stop in there, going along the Grande Ronda River here on a nice, beautiful spring day, in between rainstorms, but nice, beautiful spring day nonetheless. Well, here we are at the river, Grande Ronda River there on our left, and heading down the road. And again, if you're a motorcycle rider, I can't tell you how fun this road is to ride. You can ride it from here, go all the way to Pendleton, go all the way to Heppner, you go all the way to Baker City if you want. All kinds of different roads. There's a road that goes through the Elkhorn Mountains. There goes through Granite and Sumter and down by Phillips Lake, drops down into Baker City, or you can run over the hill over to the John Day country if you take an ocean and do so. So you got a lot of excellent riding opportunities here on this stretch of road. We're about to come up to a few interesting little corners. There's one up here a little ways I'll mention here when we get there, but for now I'll just shut up and let you enjoy the ride. Okay, for those of you familiar with this road, there is no explanation of this corner coming up that's necessary. But for those of you that have never ridden over here before and are planning a trip, see that sign right there that we just go by? It says 30 miles an hour. Yeah, you want to do 30 miles an hour around this corner. It's sharp, always got gravel on it, rocks on it. Heck, sometimes it's got critters on it. But you want to watch this corner. It's sharp, it's nasty, and yeah, just take it easy going around it. Now they did do a little work up the road here, just a stone's throw. Made some improvements. I'm yet figuring out exactly what those improvements are, but somebody's book they were improvements. So we're just about to turn off to Starkey. So again, I'll just shut up and let you enjoy the rest of the ride till we get to the turnoff. Okay, we're almost to the turnoff. Go across the river here, go up to Starkey. One cold winter's day, slick road. I was putting up here in my International Scout. Went to turn this corner and got pause track pushed me right off over there into the river. Put her in four-wheel drive to back out to get out of the river to head up here to Starkey. Had friends lived up here. Used to come up this way and go up further up in the mountains, go hunting when I was younger. But friends lived up here, had a little store, little watering hole there, place to wet your whistle, and I used to come up and visit them. And then part of the Starkey 4x4 races, if you've ever heard of those, I suspect there's probably still information online about them, but they were held up here. And used to be a part of that, come up, have a lot of fun, and burn a few brain cells, burn a few gallons of racing fuel, and just have a lot of fun with 4x4 races. And yeah, folks lived over here to the left of where we're driving right now. They used to have buffalo, and I was kind of hoping they'd still be here. I haven't been up here for a few years, so I was hoping they'd still be here, but I see they're not, and oh well. Yeah, buffalo were kind of cool, kind of a surprising thing to see up here. Yeah, I'll get across the cattle guard up here and get around the corner, be in the around where the old store was, and it doesn't look like it's a store anymore. And bounce across that cattle guard. But anyhow, we'll get around the corner up here. The old store will be on the left, and looks like a private residence now. And then up on the hillside there on the left, there's a bunch of other houses and off where you can't see over the hillside. But that's the old store. Well, like I said, it looks like a private residence now. I don't believe it's a store. Sign in the mailboxes. There's a few folks who live up here. We're going to put up the river a little bit, and I'm going to have an experience I've never had in a motorcycle before, ever in my life. I don't suspect I'll ever have it again. It's coming up here real shortly, and I'll clue you in when we get up to it. But most of the folks live to our left there on the hillside and over, and there's a few folks live down here by the river. And it can get a little swampy down here during flood season. The water can get pretty high right down in here. And yeah, so far this year we're pretty lucky. Hasn't really had any major flooding, and years past we have. Yeah, I get around the tree trimmers here and going to run into something I never run into before in all the years I've been riding a motorcycle. And at first I thought it was fake until the damn thing moved. But if you watch on the left up here, just across the cattle guard, there's an alpaca standing here by the road. Never run into one riding a motorcycle before, but I thought it was fake until it moved. I jumped off the scooter here when it did. I was not expecting it, but apparently it wasn't expecting me either, because it started moving. So anyhow, just something that amused me no end. Yeah, we'll put up here to the end of the houses and turn around and head back through Starkey and then back out to the highway here for this little John. I'm glad you're riding along with me today, folks. Nice, beautiful day. A lot of contrails in the air, and definitely in flyover country here. So yeah, that's all right. Yeah, people going to and from wherever they need to be. Maybe you'd better just shut up here and let you enjoy the view. Oh, yeah, adjusted my mirror. Yeah, I was on this trip. I guess I'm not going to shut up. You're going to have to listen to me some more rambling on here. But it was on this, going over that cattle guard, and you'll see going back that it really made up my mind. I need to let some of the tension out of the rear shock on this thing. That new Elka Stage 4 shock absorber I put on the back. It's running too tight on that spring. And in fact, after I shot this series of videos and readjusted the springs on my bike here, I dropped that Elka 9 turns to smooth out the ride a little bit on it. And so far it's working out pretty good on all the tests I've done. I haven't taken it for a major trip. That's coming up, and the major trip will tell. But we'll turn around here, go back over that next cattle guard down the river here, that one that was there by the alpaca, and you'll see why I needed to turn that spring to a lower setting there to may smooth it out a little bit. Oh, here you go. You watch us putting back through the Starkey area back towards the highway. Okay, it was right about there that I discovered what it probably feels like to sit on a jackhammer. And that right there convinced me to take some of the tension out of the rear spring on this thing to smooth out the ride. And we'll get past this little dab of traffic jam here we got going on and head out to the highway. Yeah, I'm really liking the colors detail that I'm getting out of this GoPro camera. I sure hope it translates to the videos you get to watch here. It's not quite as good as seeing it in person, being here looking at it with your own eye, but it's pretty darn close to what it looks like. And I got the contrails in the sky up there and the green of the mountains, and the water's not quite blue. It's pretty murky yet, but it'll blue up here after a bit. But, well, we're about to the end of this ride here, and I hope you folks enjoyed it. I enjoy having you riding along with me, and yeah, feel free to leave a comment or two. I'm kind of curious what people think about what they're seeing and whether I'm doing anything good or doing anything bad or doing it better. So anyhow, thanks for riding along, folks. See you next trip. We're going to head up to Camp Elkanah, and that'll pretty much complete this series. Might have a couple videos out of that, I'm not sure. So thanks for riding along.